What hidden truth can one wedding photograph reveal about a perfect marriage? After photographing weddings for over a decade, I thought I'd seen everything. Drunk bridal parties, runaway grooms, and family drama. But one wedding last September changed how I see love forever. Delilah and Quentin looked like the perfect couple. She was stunning, and he seemed endlessly devoted. When they booked my premium package, he smiled and said, "Money isn't the issue. She deserves the very best." But small things felt off. During their engagement shoot, Delilah always looked at Quentin before answering my questions. When I asked about her wedding dress, she started to respond, but he answered for her. At the venue walkthrough, Delilah suggested taking photos by the lake. Quentin laughed and claimed she was terrified of water because of childhood trauma. That confused me because I'd recently photographed her happily playing around fountains. On the wedding morning, the bridal suite was full of excitement, yet Delilah sat silently staring into the mirror. As her sister fastened a pearl necklace around her neck, I noticed a faint bruise on her collarbone, barely hidden beneath makeup. During the ceremony, Quentin's vows sounded beautiful. Everyone was emotional. But when the officiant asked if anyone objected, I saw Delilah briefly glance toward the exits. The reception appeared flawless until I heard voices coming from the coat room. Through the partially open door, I watched Quentin grip Delilah's wrist painfully. "You embarrassed me during the father-daughter dance," he whispered. "I was thinking about Dad," she replied. "Your father's gone. I'm your family now. Start acting like it." I quietly lifted my camera and captured the moment. The next morning, while reviewing hundreds of wedding photos, that single image stood out. Combined with the bruise, her empty expression, and the glance toward the exits, I realized this wasn't an isolated moment. I took the photographs to the police and gave a full statement. They told me the evidence could help if Delilah ever chose to come forward. 6 months later, she did. After Quentin put her in the hospital with 3 broken ribs, she filed for divorce. My photograph became key evidence during her protection order hearing, and the judge granted a permanent restraining order. Later, her lawyer asked if I had anything to say. I answered, "Don't just look at the perfect poses. Pay attention to what happens between them. That's where the truth lives." Last Christmas, Delilah sent me a card. She told me she'd rebuild her life with someone who made her laugh instead of fear him. I still photograph weddings today, but now I know the most important picture isn't always the one everyone smiles for. Sometimes it's the one that quietly exposes the truth.